everybody, it's Topwater Johnny, and in this video, I'll be frog fishing for bass with the Imakatsu Finesse Mini Frog and doing a close 4 setup lure review. Let's go. Whoa, there we go. Yeah, woo, holy cow, folks. Topwater Johnny here, man. This is what we came here for. Look at that. Get back here. Look at that right there. That's the kind of beast that we came here for. There we go. Woo! And that one hooked. Hey everybody, it's Topwater Johnny here. Want to welcome you to the next video here called Frog Fishing for Bass. And please be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, get that out of the way in advance here. So once again, please like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you're notified when I drop new videos. But the video today is all about a realistic frog that I fished a couple weeks ago. You can see it in the description box. I included a link there. And I fished this very unique little frog called the Imakatsu Finesse Mini Frog right here. It's a Japanese frog, and I got it from Carolina Tackle. That's the actual place online where I bought it from. And this lure was so unique that I wanted to feature it by itself here. And what I found, because of how it was designed, was that I could create 4 different lure setups for this lure. So what I decided to do was set up 4 different lure setups, bass fish it to see which style of setup would be the best and most effective at catching bass. So in this video, that's what you're actually going to see. So the beginning of the video, you'll see all 4 setups and you'll hear me talk about it. The last part of the video, you'll see me out on the water, fishing with it, catching fish on it. Now, as I always tell everybody, they're not the biggest bass, but Topwater is Topwater. And you'll really enjoy watching this little frog put in work right here. So what we're going to do is begin the video with a closer look at the 4 different setups for this frog. Then we'll get out on the water, and then I'll come back at the very end and give you my final thoughts. So let's go ahead and get started now. Okay, everybody, here is my Imakatsu Finesse Frog right here. As you can see here, very realistic frog here in its shape and design. It's very soft, got a white bottom on the bottom of it here. The legs do a lot of kicking, a lot of motion, a lot of action here. Kind of a little round bill in the front there, so it does have a little popping possibility there. And when you're normally fishing this lure, you normally could use a single hook through it, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. But I want to show you something else that's very unique. This particular lure has these 2 little holes in the back. So when I first saw them, I thought, man, I could like push water out of them. So when the bass bites down and compresses, this right here kind of compresses and allows water to be released out of the actual frog itself. So that's what I noticed about this lure, having those 2 little holes there. And what I wanted to do was to improve my odds of hookup. So I made some decisions about the lure, and I decided to set it up this way right here, where it is hooked from the bottom down here, and the lure, actually, you can see the hook on top is protected with a weed guard. But I also want to show you another way of rigging this. Okay, and another way of rigging this, instead of having it from the top, on top here, as you can see, it's now rigged on the bottom. Either way, the lure is actually moving across the water, and you're normally fishing this across grassy bottoms, and the goal is to definitely get the bass to come up and strike at this little frog here. Now, from fishing this lure here, I've had quite a few short strikes and misses, and I also realized there was another thing that you could do to this lure to improve your hookup ratio, and I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, as I mentioned before, this lure has these little ports in the back, these little holes in the back. Well, I took a piece of line of fluorocarbon and ran it through here and realized that these holes actually go all the way to the very front even though you can't see the hole in the front here. So I took a thumbnail, popped and pushed it through, and then I actually ran a piece of fluorocarbon all the way through, and it came out the hole in the back. And then that's when I realized I had something special here, a third way to actually fish this frog. And here it is. Now I actually can fish this frog with a treble hook in the back here as a stinger hook. And so in other words, it might not be totally weedless, but now I'm able to actually fish it and really improve my hookup ratio here. So in the front, I put a little bit of line in the front here to attach to. I've got the actual hook in the back here, and I've tied that off here. And I also added a swivel to the back of this so that when the bass do actually hit this lure, it swivels, therefore they can't ever get a full lock. Also, I put enough line here, as you can see, so that when the bass pull this part back, there's going to be some line that gives, and then that swivel right there, as you can see, will keep them locked in, and they won't be able to throw the lure as easily. So that's what I wanted to show everybody here was the modifications that I made to this lure. So I'm going to be fishing this lure both ways with the weedless presentation and with the treble presentation here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, and here is one to show this one as well. Here's another example of wiring up and setting up this little frog here. As you can see, there's no weed guard protecting the hook, just a weed protector that kind of sticks up above the hook as well. And so that gives you a lot more hook, so that when you're able to set the hook, you should be able to set it a lot more effectively here. So I just wanted to show everybody these different variations that I've been going through, trying to figure out the best way to use this frog and to improve my hookup ratio. So wanted to show you guys this one as well, and we'll just continue on with the video. All right. Okay, everybody, here we are. Topwater Johnny here. Want to show you the 3 styles of finesse frog modifications I made. The first one here, as you can see, I put a leader on the front of it right here that I'll tie onto. I've got a trailer hook in the back, so the line actually goes through the actual lure itself. So it's a line through design there. This one right here, we've got the frog hook on the built into it. This one here, I actually took it from another lure and put a frog hook, as you can see, onto this one right here and tied it down. And then finally, this is my totally weedless presentation right here, going across the top. As you can see, I even secured it so that this lure doesn't slide, because this is a smooth hook that doesn't have any kind of little hookings right here. So these are my 3 styles of topwater finesse frog that I'm going to be fishing, and I'm going to be putting them out on the water, and we'll see what they can produce and which one is actually the best. All right. And also, I want to make sure that I included this lure. This was like the very first model that I released and showed everybody. So I want to make sure you guys also saw this one as well. So there's actually 4 different versions of this lure design that I have done here and modified. So I just wanted you to see this one as well. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right on the drop. Right on the drop. There we go, everybody. Right on the drop. On that Japanese frog right there. You saw it. You came over and got it. Right on that Japanese frog right there. No complaints. All right. And it was on the frog hook style setting for this frog. Okay. As you can see, them frog hooks got him right there in the mouth. All right. All right, everybody. Not the biggest one, but a nice size one for this little frog fishing right here. So I got no complaints with him. You hit the frog like we planned, and it worked out. So, okay then. There we go. Oh, God. Man. There we go. There we go. Woo! There we go. Got him on the hook that set through the line through frog. The line through frog got him good. All right. Line through frog. All right, there he is on that line through frog right there. All right, not the biggest, but on that line through frog. So that one's set for the line through, and he couldn't get away. So I got him good. So no complaints on this one right here. All right. All right, everybody, there he is. A little nice one. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah. All right. There we go, everybody. It took a bit. Whew. It took a bit of time. But we got a little one here on our straight hook with the frog here with our straight hook. Eagle claw. So we got one here. Not the biggest one, but we got him on that straight shank hook with the frog here, so that's no complaints. All right. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. Ha-ha. Got you, buddy. Look at that. Look at that, everybody. On that Japanese frog. On that Japanese frog right there with the weedless exposed hook. All right. Just show everybody. I got him on the weedless one here with the exposed hook, as you can see right there. All right. All right. There he is one more time on that weedless exposed hook on that Japanese frog. Imakatsu Finesse Frog Mini. All right. Not the biggest, but he wanted that frog. Okay. There we go. There we go. On the drop, everybody. On the drop. On the drop. On the drop. Nice one. All right. Woo! Look at that. Nice one. All right, everybody. There he is. Nice one. Right there on the drop. All right. All right, everybody, here's one right on the drop with that little hook. I reset it to be weedless on that little Japanese frog right here. Right on the drop. He just took it and was gone with it. So this was really nice right here. No complaints. All right. All right, nice healthy female bass right here. A little over 1.5 pounds. Right on the drop on that Japanese frog. That little mini finesse frog. Okay, all right. Wow, everybody, on that one right there. I just threw out that little frog. Hadn't even set good and took it immediately. So that was really nice. They were keen on that one. That was a nice healthy pre-spawn bass right there. So no complaints out here. Kind of windy, but they're hungry and they're looking. So no complaints at all. All right. Everybody, Topwater Journey here. I hope you enjoyed the video here. You got a chance to see me on the water fishing those 4 different styles of setups for the Imakatsu Finesse Mini Frog, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun for me to actually fish it because doing Topwater, I've always trying to figure out the best combinations and the best ways to improve hookup ratio, but just to have more success fishing Topwater, because when you fish Topwater, there can be lots of misses that occur. So I was just trying to improve my hookup ratio and doing a little bit of experiment. So the question is, which one of these setups was the best? Well, when I looked at overall, I loved the line through, and I really enjoyed that one as well. And I thought that was really nice and effective, but I wasn't totally pleased with it. Also, the one that had the actual frog modification here, as you can see, the frog modification, I enjoyed this one right here because it gave me a chance to take a frog off of another lure and put it on there. Here's the line through, as you can see right here. These were nice experiments, but if you're going to get this lure, I think your best bet is to set this up on a Eagle Claw hook with the weed guard right here. This is probably going to be your best setup, along with the VMC weedless Nico right here. These two proved to be the best, most effective at hookups and locking those fish down right here. Also, be aware that if you're going to fish this lure like this, as the fish start to pull on it, this material will start to tear a little bit. So that's why I really like the actual Eagle Claw, because the Eagle Claw, as you can see, has the little barbs right there. As you can see, if you get a little closer, you can see the little barbs on the actual Eagle Claw. And those little barbs, I think you can see them sort of, there we go. As you can see, those little barbs actually hold the actual lure a lot better than the actual Nico does here, because the Nico is all smooth and this has those little barbs, and those little barbs were able to hold this lure more in place. So the number one is probably going to be this one right here on a 4/0 Eagle Claw hook weedless presentation right here. And actually, that would be my setup for most of my frogs that are realistic frogs going forward, because I can tell, one, that I can get across the grass, I don't get hung up, and then also when the bass do hit, there's enough hook exposed to lock them down. Now, if you watch my old video of me fishing with the realistic frogs, you'll see I'm able to lock them down with these other techniques and setups, but it just didn't feel as good. And so that's why I'm telling you guys this, that this right here is probably the best way when you're fishing a frog, or even, matter of fact, even a toad. If I'm throwing a toad down, I'm going to try to get the biggest Eagle Claw hook I can that's got a weedless presentation, because I think that I will have a lot more success locking down those fish with that presentation right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video here. I wanted to do something a little bit different, but yet at the same time, hopefully it was interesting to you guys. I'd love to get your thoughts below, share your ideas. I like doing these modifications because I really want that lure to work better. And so that's why I did it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We've got some new lures that have come in So I'm going to be doing a review on Thursday of this week of some new lures that I got in as well. And I'm very excited about that as well. Out there, you guys, it's the pre-spawn or you're in the spawn right now. Now's the time to be out on the water, trying to fish as much as you can because your PB is probably out there on the water waiting on you right now. So now's the time, if you can, to get out on the water and fish as much as you can. So once again, I want to thank all of you guys. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and I want you to always remember that phrase. Keep your line tight, because when they hit those topwater lures, it's going to be a big bite. I'll see you in the next video.